Have you had that position yet when you're in the bathroom and there's a fan there saying, Riley, can I get your autograph?
Yeah. It was Talladega, I think. So it's kind of awkward. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you can. But we could wait 30 seconds and be way less awkward. But I don't know. I don't really speak to many people.
What do you say? Do you say, bro, can I wash my hands first, or can I finish? Can I shake it off?
I mean, it's up to them. If they'll let me wash my hands, I'd rather. But
wow.
I don't know.
Whether it's Mario and maybe Tony Stewart, there's been a number of drivers we ask them that question, and just really some strange instances in the bathroom. Who was it?
Let's give some background. It started with Ray Evernham in, I think, 2002. It was in Las Vegas, and yes, he was approached, and he was so mad. It was right before he came to our interview, and he was so mad. He's like, don't these people understand that I'm just a normal person, and I just have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. It's part of it.
This is like a golden conversation. Bro, it's okay. It's people got to go to the bathroom. But that's where we come from. We've been doing Speed Freaks for almost 22 years. The freedom that drivers have now, Riley, is much different than 15 years ago, where it was just so marginalized and you couldn't step over the bounds. Now you could talk about going to the bathroom. You can have somebody dancing crazy on Twitter. Life's changed over the last decade and a half. Thank goodness for guys like yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it for sure. I think the media thing, the new digital wave kind of did more to that for the drivers. But, things are a lot different than 20 years ago.
But you've also got a sponsor, and you guys have been with Monster for a very long time, that encourages that. They want your personality out there. Yeah, okay, you drive a race car. Who are you, though? Who are you behind the wheel? Don't they encourage that with you?
Yeah, exactly. Monster's a little bit on the edgier side of sponsors, and they don't care. Obviously, they've sponsored Kurt Busch, and Kurt Busch lets people know how he feels, and they encourage that. So they want you to be who you are, and that's all about the brand.
What's one of the most incredible things you've been able to do with Monster? Whether it's a trip around the world, or is it Supercross? Is it Snowcross? What's something crazy you've done with them?
I would probably say Supercross, but just being a part of the company, I would say, and being made feel as family is honestly the coolest thing that I could ever ask for and ever want from a sponsor like Monster Energy. It's just so cool to be acknowledged with that brand, and people know Riley Herbst, and they know the black number 98 with the green claw on the hood. So I really, really appreciate that, and I love it.
It's so weird for me to think that we're sitting here with Riley Herbst in the studio, and the Mint 400 is going off in Las Vegas this weekend. We're at Phoenix Raceway for NASCAR. Is that kind of odd to you? I mean, I still think Herbst and the off-road background, you chose a different path than your family, but do you still have kind of off-road roots that go off?
Yeah, it used to be weird, honestly more weird for me, but now it's kind of like this is what I do and that's what they do. But I do have my cousin competing in the Mint 400, so hopefully we both can have pretty strong runs today and have a pretty good day for the Herbst family.
Does he have the claw as well?
He does have the claw. It's a little bit smaller of a claw, but it's more of a red trophy truck. So, yeah, terrible Herbst on the side.
Hey, here's one for you. Riley Herbst here in the Freak Nation. Xfinity Series pilot joining us. This is how strange social media goes for me, because it's happening where would you rather have Kim Kardashian numbers in Twitter and Instagram followers, or now think about this, or win the Daytona 500?
Win the Daytona 500.
Okay, damn it.
But, I mean, it's different, obviously. I mean, from a business standpoint, you'd way rather have Kim Kardashian's social media numbers. You can make a lot of money off those numbers. But as a race car driver, I'd way rather have the Daytona 500 win.
Would you rather have the Daytona 500? Like, who's your favorite band?
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Like, would you rather play guitar on stage in front of screaming fans at Wembley Stadium in London, or would you rather win one of the world's biggest races, the Daytona 500?
The Daytona 500.
So still, not even, you don't want to be a rock star. You just want to be a race car driver.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the epitome of our sport, is to win the Daytona 500. Like, that's what everybody dreams of as a kid. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the answer for probably 95%, 99% of the thing.
What would the 1% be?
I don't know. Nothing on my mind. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like, oh, you know what, I'd rather have the other. But a good betting man would probably say the Daytona 500.
Hey, with the Herbst name, the Herbst family, so synonymous with motorsports, specifically off-road, who's the patriarch that all the Herbsts go to at this? I don't want to go to it like it's the Godfather, but is there
Who's your
is there still
Godfather?
is there a central Herbst out there that all of you guys consult with now?
I don't know. For racing, you mean?
Yeah, racing or just life, man.
Just life. I'd probably say like our dads. Me and my cousins. We talk to our dads quite often. But when it comes to racing, we all just I don't know, just talk about off-road racing like any other family does, or fans. We're kind of fans of the sport, any sport. So yeah, we just like to watch and enjoy the motorsport action.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because you're very humble. So is Brendan
Yeah.
Gaughan, but the influence that the Herbst family, the Gaughan family, has meant to Las Vegas and spanning from there, lost on you. That's why it's fun to kind of get behind the scenes of guys like the Gaughan's or the Herbst to really find out how this thing is run, because it's important and was important to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing on that aspect is what our grandfather instilled in us as growing up is that hard work pays off, and he was the vital resource and the definition of that. So we always looked to him, and if you wanted something, you could work for it, and anything was achievable. And that's what I, at least for myself, carry on into racing and working hard and trying to go win some races.
So you have a spin out on the racetrack, yet obviously anything's still possible. Who's talking to you in your head to get you back motivated to finish this race and go for the front again?
At this point, my spotter probably, just focusing on business. Hopefully we're not in that scenario. But yeah, it'd probably just be my spotter.
Nobody in the family comes to mind that would be like,
there's no
Riley.
Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. No, just on a racetrack.
Hey, I'm Kyle Busch. The biggest racing weekend ever at Worldwide Technology Raceway, June 3rd through the 5th. And the Toyota 200 on Saturday, and it all wraps up on Sunday with the Enjoy Illinois 300. Get your tickets now. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
Hey, Freak Nation, our buds at General Tire want to give you $70 back on a Visa prepaid card. How do you get it? Well, you buy 4 qualifying passenger tires from General Tire, up to $70 back. We're not talking these high-performance bad boys you see in the ARCA series. Passenger tires. You follow me? For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. GeneralTire.com. General Tire delivers for whatever you do. And, of course, the official tire of the Freak Nation. In my line of business, which is radio and TV, are 2 phone calls that I don't want to get because I sucked or I did something wrong. After a race, is there one phone call or a text that's like, oh, God, so-and-so just texted me, cracking on me? Is there someone that you don't like to hear from after a race?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would say we didn't have the best qualifying effort, and I looked down after I got out of the car, and it was my dad, and he just sent me a question mark, and so I was like, I guess that would be the best example I have. But other than that, I mean, I say that, but he's very, very supportive. He's honestly at that point was just curious, and I was curious as well.
Question mark.
no,
Yeah.
you want the question mark. You don't want the WTFs. No.
I mean, either one is not good. So,
Can you have you been coached well enough, or are you old enough to understand to put that? Let's be honest. You got crappy qualifying behind you before you get in that car because, bro, it's a long race. It's called racing for a reason. Can you put it behind you, or will you carry that until you work your way up into the top 10, 50 laps into it?
I think it's huge that I have to put it behind me, just because, like you said, it is a long race, and so you have to focus on a challenge and attack the things in front of you, and there's no really sense to worry about qualifying. Over with, we got what we got, so now we got to move forward, and I think, honestly, that's huge in racing. You can't really focus or relish on the past by any means.
Are you kind of a fan of the way things have morphed in motorsports since COVID kind of took over the world, in that you don't have as much practice time? You just have to basically have the right setup and get out there and go and get it done?
No, I mean, I'm grateful that we do get the 20 minutes from NASCAR, but selfishly, I would love to go back to the old weekends where we practice twice on Friday, come in Saturday morning, qualify and race. I think that would help me as a younger driver for sure, but it is what it is now, and everybody's on the same page.
Having said that, though, there were drivers in the that have sometimes over things, so over thing. At least there's not that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I never really fell into that category. But yeah, I can see how that definitely affected some.
Yeah. Now, like you said, everybody's the same now.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's what it is.
Same playing
Yeah.
field.
I'm hearing some influences from a guy that's also in this room, Mike Arning, who we've known for many, many years, where the guy likes to drop a lot of metaphors and a lot of comparisons to things that make sense, catching bass or chopping wood. And
Where are you going with this,
well,
Kenny?
I'm going with do you listen to guys like that when they're – now, listen, Riley. Now, you approach the car like this. It's like a China doll. Now, going around turn 3, when I was – do you get stories like that from old –
Like there is, but I do listen to everybody because there's a reason why somebody is telling me that. That is an odd story. I wouldn't say anything is ever compared to a China doll.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I mean, I feel like you could take something away from everything, honestly.
Well, okay. Well, let me use this metaphor. Okay, you're chopping wood, and there's one point where you chop enough wood that you can start a big fire versus some kindling over here.
That's not what he said
I know
earlier,
it's
but
not.
okay.
We don't have 20 minutes, man. I just sit there and listen to Arnie for 20 minutes, talk stories about chopping wood, and I felt, damn, man, I'm here with my dad.
No,
What are you talking about?
yeah, I've never really experienced any stories like that. But
Well, they're coming, brother.
All right.
They're coming.
I'll be waiting.
Wait, man. They're coming, man. Well, again.
I don't know where you're going.
Well, listen. You want to talk? Listen.
No, I don't want to talk technicalities
No, we don't
with the
do
race
that.
car. We want to know who he
No,
is.
hell
and
no,
that's
man.
We're having fun.
Of course. Always a good time.
How did Terrible come about?
That was my great-grandfather. That was just his nickname when he first started his company. So, Terrible Herbst. Yeah, so that's kind of, it's stuck. I really, honestly, in business school, that's probably not what you call your company is terrible. But it's worked well for them, so they're going to stick to it.
But
Yeah.
hold on, though. Let's go back to, like, you just talk about old guys and their stories. I mean, the old way of doing things versus the new way of doing things. Terrible is catchy, and it doesn't necessarily have a negative connotation. It's just like, oh, I want to be a part of that company. Who calls themselves terrible? It's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's kind of morphed into
Yeah.
now, and people associate it with it being good, so that's good. But when people be like, oh, why'd you name your company Terrible? I'd be like, first off, it's not my company. Second off, I didn't have a choice of what to name it. It's just, I grew up, and that was the gas station around town is Terrible Herbst. And, like, I feel like there could be, like, good Herbst. It'd be better if it was good Herbst or something.
No.
I mean, positive.
But it's Las Vegas. It's not, Sonoma. I mean, Las Vegas is a hard town. So Terrible goes well with it.
a little bit.
It's exactly.
Let's not change the wheel.
No,
The wheel's round
no.
and it's rolling, so
Right.
we're going to keep going. But when it started out, I feel like we could have had a better name.
Have you ever rolled into one of those terrible Herbst gas stations and kind of pumped your chest up saying, that's me?
Never.
Oh, come on.
Look who we're talking to, Kenny. No.
No.
You just mentioned how humble he was, and now you're asking him if he pumps his chest out. Come on.
No.
You don't walk in there like with a Herbst credit card or a discount card saying,
I get
Riley.
this for free.
No, because I feel like at that point that you get more questions. And, like, I'm a guy who gets from A to B. Like, put my soda, Monster Energy on the counter.
got it.
Get out, pay for it. Let's roll. Next one.
And the perfect way to end it, kind of like you were in the bathroom. You didn't look up. You just up, took care of business, got the hell
A
out
to
of there.
B. Always got to be somewhere.
Wow.
Riley, good luck to you, man. You're one of the guys who wants to succeed, man.
Appreciate
Not just because of the family, because your personality, but damn it, you're a good driver. Just put that crappy qualifying behind you, will
We'll
you?
do, yeah, for sure.
All right. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Looks like the Green 87 is in for an unscheduled pit stop.
It looks like an oil leak, Billy.
For more on the situation,
Let's throw it to Mom in the pits.
Well, the Green 87 is in trouble, but it has a long history of finishing strong. So what's your game plan?
What the 87 driver knows is that Stop Leak has special additives that renews worn seals, reduces engine noise, and oil consumption to protect your engine.
Lucas Oil. It works.